Welcome back to F1 2014 Throwback Career Mode. We are back, and we're two-time winners. Brian Winslow to the top of the podium the last two races in Malaysia and Bahrain. China is up next, another track that I am good at, generally. We'll see how we do in this one. Spain's not a good track for me usually. That's going to probably be a rough one. Monaco will probably be a rough one. Maybe a surprise if we score points in that one. We'd have to stay on the track the whole time, which is an issue for me usually. Canada, I expect to win with flying colors. We may win that one by 30 seconds. Austria, I'm not sure. Great Britain, I'm not sure. Germany, there's more wins out here for us than losses, I think. Which should mean we have a good shot at making it for a championship run. But we'll see. I don't think this is a done deal, this championship yet, but a win at China could change all that. I believe it was supposed to be a dry race. Yeah, dry race for us. We're leading the championship by 5 points right now over Rosberg. So let's see where we can go. Our teammate in 10th in the standings right now, not really pulling his weight in the Constructors' Championship. I think that's going to be the struggle this year. Maybe not the drivers. Winslow might have the drivers. The Constructors is the one that we're going to have to battle for a little bit. So I guess without further ado, let's go to China. I will see you guys for Q3. Alright, well, I didn't expect to be here necessarily, but it looks like we may be on for a third straight win here. We're only just shy of 2/10 off of Rosberg, and I didn't turn up the fuel for that run. It was just a banker lap. I just left it on normal fuel. So, I mean, we're going to go out and go get this pole. We'd like it. I mean, if the more poles we get, the more we get. Maybe we get to driver 1 on Button, who, by the way, qualified 11th again. And maybe we can whip up our R&D a lot more and just stomp the field. Maybe we can help Button get closer so we can win this Constructors if we can turn up the R&D. Here we go onto our lap through the first sector. We've had some struggles so far this qualifying with cars getting put out in front of us, and then Bianchi, couldn't tell if he was on a flying lap, but he was super slow, so we've struggled in this first sector here, this qualifying, but not this time. Nobody's in front of us. We're out by ourselves. We are flying, but we're not purple. Rosberg's still a little bit faster than us through sector 1 there. Not by much, though. We can still get him. Maybe this is our sector here. Little lift through there. Can't quite go flat. A little wide through there. Maybe we're not on for pole. It's been a little bit of a sloppy lap. We're going to see. All the car... Oh, that's the pit road. I thought the cars were moving earlier. And then I just looked and none of the cars were moving. And I went, oh no. They've all crashed. We might not be on for pole here. This is not a good lap for me. I ran better without the fuel up. I did run behind Rosberg on that lap though, so I got a good slipstream, so that may be the reason we ran so fast. I had the fastest car in front of me pulling me along. Nobody else going to come out and set a lap, interestingly enough. Yeah, we're not going to be on pole. Look at that. So we split the Mercedes, but we are on the front row.
We're second on the grid for tomorrow's race. That puts us in a really strong position.
We're going to be right next to Rosberg, the closest guy to us in the championship. Both the Red Bulls behind them, our teammate, you can't see him on here because he didn't make it through to Q3, will be 11th and hopefully going to get up and score some points. We'll see. Didn't score any last time. Didn't even finish the race last time. Alright, we will take a look at the strategy here. It's going to be our options from qualifying primes options again. That's what we did last race, and it worked out really well. crushing the teammate battle. Don't even need to look at that. Let's go to the track and let's get this thing underway. Nico Rosberg on pole. Brian Winslow second. Jensen Button 11th as we start this race. Let's see what happens here in China. Red lights on. 4, 5 on. And they're all off. Here we go. We'll get a good start up next to Rosberg. We're going to squeeze him out to the left. Good run down into turn 1. Just glide through here. We will take the lead and see what kind of gap we can get on this first lap. Ooh, can't quite get the power down out of there. Couldn't get the tires to stick, but huge gap. And Ricardo again. Ourselves and Ricardo are great starters here the last couple races. Both of us moving up to first and second in the last 2 races. Vettel through as well. The Mercedes have a terrible first corners. First complex of corners. And all of a sudden, they're nowhere to be seen. Both these last 2 races, the Mercedes have not started well. Neither has Button, who's almost in the back of the pack again. Thanks, teammate. This time, though, already almost a second and a half up on Ricardo until I do that. Can't get back on the track. And now he's going to be all over us, I think. No, not all over us, but it'll be closer. The field already spread out all the way down this long straightaway. Goodness gracious, I need to drive better than that if I want to stay in the lead. Vettel now going to be the one coming after us as he gets by Ricardo on that long straight. Got the slipstream, made his way by. Not too far behind us. We're just shy of a second up on him. At the end of this lap, DRS will be activated, but it won't be till that long straight that anybody gets to use it. So we have a little ways before we have to be a second up on Vettel. No clue where the Mercedes went. I didn't see when we crossed the start-finish there if they were in 4th or not. Now we got that second up on Vettel, 2 seconds on Ricardo. Good start here again. That's what we need to keep doing, is just qualifying well and then having good starts, because if we can get that gap, it doesn't matter if we're a little bit slower than the Mercedes. They have to drive it back, and the AI really struggles to pass on this game. So once we're in the lead, it's kind of like real life F1. Nobody can pass. Track position is king. Down the straightaway now, over a second on Vettel at this point. If we have a good hairpin here, we should be able to keep that trending in the right direction. That'll do it. Much better this time through. Button needs to get a move on if he wants to score some points in this race. We have the fastest lap. See if we can set another one. This looks like it might be on for an easier win than last race. Last race there were still cars all over me. This time, we're pulling a gap to the leader, or to the second place guy. We're the leader. Hamilton now up to 3rd, trying to make a little comeback here. That's still good for us. Rosberg is the car behind us in the championship, not Hamilton. Mercedes, after 2 straight championship wins in pretty convincing fashion, starting to worry here a little bit for Season 3. Haven't been able to match the pace of this McLaren. Lap 5 here, Hamilton now has made it to 2nd place. He's been able to get past Vettel, but he is still 4 seconds behind us as we cruise off into the lead here. We'll see if he's got what it takes to run us back down. We'll have to see if he's on an opposite strategy from us again. It didn't work out for him last time. I can't imagine it'll work out any better this time, but we'll see if they try it again.
The pit window is open. Come in this lap.
Alright, pit window is open. I believe Hamilton already pitted. That's why Vettel and Rosberg are your 2nd and 3rd. I'm almost 8 seconds up now on Vettel. Hamilton was like a second and a half ahead of Vettel. So he was a little bit closer than that. But for this first stint, we've done exactly what we needed to do. We've pulled off into the lead, and we've gotten away from these guys behind by a pretty significant amount. And we were still faster than them pretty much all the way through that stint. So it has us rejoining first after our pit stop. Unless somebody stays out for another lap, that should be the case. And then we just have to hold on the primes for a full stint while we see if Hamilton, Rosberg, Vettel, or Ricciardo decide to go on to a second of options to try and maybe close down this gap before the final stint. It won't help them, though, because then they'll have to go on to primes while I go on to options, and I'm much faster than them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, we're going to cruise down this long straight, hit this hairpin, and then come on down to the pits and get some fresh rubber on this car. This has the makings already of being a very short episode, given that I'm just running laps by myself out in the lead so far. Alright, Ricciardo, I believe, did stay out. Somebody stayed out. I think it's Ricciardo. It is. Okay, so Ricciardo has stayed out, and so has Raikkonen, actually. So we'll be 3rd coming out. Now, Button is also stayed out. I guess the strategy was probably that he comes in the lap after me. We could have double stacked, honestly. As big as the gap was between the two of us, we could have double stacked there if it would have been good for the team, but AI not that good at strategy in this game, so that's fine. He's right behind us for now. If he got a little closer, we could give him some DRS, but I'm not going to slide back to help him. He's got to do that on his own. Dude hasn't qualified the top 10 in 2 races, while we've been right up there at 2nd and 3rd. Barely scored a point, and we're faster than the field by seconds. We should get DRS off of Raikkonen here, which is going to help us in our little undercut of Ricciardo here.
We need to pass this guy. You're much faster in sector 1.
On it. Oh, a little extra speed with the DRS open. Didn't quite get it slowed down in time. It's fine. We'll stay ahead of Raikkonen. Ricciardo in the pits, so we're going to go by and take the lead back here. And as everybody else peels away, let's see who's behind us now. It's going to be Rosberg. I'm not sure how far behind us he's going to be, though. Rosberg and Ricciardo are the 2 behind. So Vettel and Hamilton have fallen back a little bit more. Let's see what the delta is here. .6 seconds, so that's where we're at. We'll see if we can't push further ahead. I'm not sure what tire compound they're on behind us. If it's options, we probably won't be able to get too much more, but they'll pit before we do. If it's primes, we should be able to pull that gap out. Based on what I'm seeing with the Delta, I think Rosberg is probably on options. He just set a fastest lap of the race. He's bringing the time down a little bit each lap, so I think he's probably on options. Or he's just really fast on primes, not sure. Ricardo, I'm not sure about either. He might be on primes with me, which would pretty much mirror what happened last race, where the Mercedes went to options second, and then myself and Ricardo both went to prime second. But we'll see. See if he can get it back up to a 6.5 seconds is the gap to Ricardo or Rosberg right now. The other R. Alright, we just got a message that Rosberg's going to be stopping in 3 laps, which definitely means he's on the options right now. We also see Hulkenberg, number 4 on the track right now. But that's a good run for him. Not sure what he did to do that. Maybe he's also on options for this second stint. But good run for them over at Force India. Alright, update, because I got really curious as to what was going on behind me. Rosberg on options, Ricardo on options, Hulkenberg on options, Vettel on primes, Alonso on primes, Massa, Bottas on primes. Our teammate went to options. Lewis Hamilton is out of this race? I don't know when he retired, but Lewis Hamilton out of the... Oh, he retired before. That's why he disappeared. I thought he made a stop earlier. He didn't. He retired on lap 6. So, Hamilton out of the race. That's not good for him in the championship. We're going to continue on.
For the car behind, he's only 2 seconds down on you. He might try and overtake if you make a mistake.
Alright, we're on lap 17 here. I've been told Rosberg's supposed to pit several times now, and he still hasn't, which is something. We only have 2 laps left until we pit to put on the options, and he's been going forever on his. He's got to put on the primes when he comes in. We are coming up to the back of the field right now. Got a couple lap cars ahead of us. I'm really hoping Rosberg comes down this time, because if he doesn't, he's going to be on us here in a couple of laps. He's much faster than me on these old primes. There he goes. Okay, we're good. So Rosberg in. We're going to do a couple more laps here, and then we're going to come in, and we're going to see where that puts us. He might get an undercut on us. He was close enough, I think, to get the undercut, but we should be able to drive back by him with our new options. I hope he fitted the prime tire, or else he's getting disqualified. I'm going to get through these lap cars here, and then I will see you for the pit stop. Alright, we are coming down at the end of this lap. We're going to get on our option tires, and then we're going to push to the end. I don't really care if Rosberg and Ricardo get by me, because we're going to be much faster than them on this final stint, I believe. So, we'll see if they got that undercut working good for them. The game says I'm going to rejoin it first, so I might still be far enough ahead of them to be okay. We'll see. It might be close. Oh, it's just jumped to... Well, it jumped to third for a second, and then it jumped back to first, so I think it definitely is going to be really close. Down in the pits. Looks like both the guys behind us followed us in. Vettel and Alonso. Rosberg stays on the track and is going to get by us. And that might be Ricardo coming down the straight now. So we're going to come out just behind him, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Rosberg? Rosberg sets the fastest lap and just barely beats us out of the pits. I, on cold tires, slide around a little bit, get a bunch of marbles on my tires, and now I'm going to have to go get him with some dirty tires. Thank you, I just said that. Oh yeah, we're much faster than him, we're fine. Don't need it. Yeah, we're easily going to pull up to him here. We should get a good run down that next straight with DRS. We're close enough for it. I'm surprised it was as close as it was. He must not have gotten up to speed very quickly. I thought being like 2 seconds behind me when he came into pit, he could really rip some laps and get ahead of us on the undercut, but it was very close coming out of the pits there. There's our DRS. We're going to pull right up to him now.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. You've lost some front end grip.
And we are back through into the lead. Let's see how much of a gap we can pull on him here in the last 8 laps. Still all over us. He might get DRS down this straight. In fact, he will. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, he tried to look up the inside. Kind of scared me and I went wide. That's a good move on his part. I went to turn in and all of a sudden his arrow was there and I was like, ah. But it was a little bit of, I think, a desperate lunge to just get one last chance to get by me. Because now our tires are up to temp. They're much faster than his. And I think we're just going to pull away from here on out. If we get a clean lap, we can set a fastest lap, but I don't know if we're going to get a clean one. We might after this car. Kobayashi. He's blue flagged. Here we go. Well, we're purple already, so we might not even need a clean lap to set the fastest lap. Rosberg's still in DRS range. This is going to be a tough straightaway for us with him in DRS. Luckily, we have some fuel to combat that a little bit. Easy peasy. See if we broke DRS yet. He still looks pretty close. That corner's not going to help. No, still just half a second back. That's the fastest lap of the race right there. Here he comes again up the inside. I was ready for it that time, but he's going to be able to stick it in there.
Brilliant lap. You're driving as well as I've ever seen. This is exactly what we need until the end.
Another big lunge from Rosberg. Not going to be enough, though. He's still going to be behind us, but he's keeping pace on these primes. And Vettel sets a fastest lap. He's also on the options right now. Getting exciting here at the end. If we can break DRS, though, I think we can pull away from Rosberg, not Vettel. Vettel's still way behind us. We just... Oh, he's pushing, too. Oh, I'm on lean. Why am I on lean? Why did I flip it into lean? Nobody knows. That's why he got the run on us. That's why we're not getting away from him. Well, when we go on this straight, I'll just flip it into rich. No idea why I put it in lean. That's on me. My apologies. That's why he was able to pull back up the inside and get another jump on us. Bianchi's going to jump out of the way for us. Unfortunately, I think Rosberg was close enough that he got out of the way for him too. Oh yeah, up to 8/10 now. Put it back in standard and we'll just cruise away now. Rosberg didn't even get close that time. I don't know why I put it in lean, but I did. Just wanted to make Rosberg feel like he could keep up with us. Oh, he's still keeping up though. He's not falling off yet. He's going to give us a good fight to the end here. We'll see how long it is before his tires start to fall off. He's been on him just a little bit longer than me. Honestly, he might have better tire wear than I do. Because I'm going to wear a little bit faster. He's going to make us work for it. Here he comes. Not quite going to get there. I need to, like, lay down a lap here and get away from him. I just can't get out of DRS. Almost got it there. Come on, I want to see a purple first sector here. He can't keep up with purple. There it is. And we broke the DRS, at least for the moment. Not purple second sector. Still ahead for DRS, so he shouldn't get it on the long straight on us, and we're going to flip it up into rich for that, just to try and get that gap to be a little bit bigger here. He's still trying. He hasn't given up yet. Fastest lap of the race. Gets us to a 1.5 seconds up on Rosberg. There we go. I said I needed a lap. I got it.
Nice driving. That was the fastest lap of the race.
Still trying to push away right now. Big gap back to Ricardo, and then Vettel's closing in on him at the moment. The gap to Rosberg stays steady through the first sector here, lap 25. Oh, turn car, please. That's not gonna help. Should still be outside of DRS, but I don't want to give any time back right now. Oh, never mind. Inside DRS. Here he comes. Well, after pulling away early in this race and feeling really good, I'm starting to get worried. Might have been a better strategy to go to those primes in the middle this time, or the primes at the end this time. I don't know that option's the race tire today. Would have been nice to get DRS off that car ahead. Alright, back to 1.5. That was a good lap there. And by a good lap, I mean I sustained. It wasn't a great lap, but the second half was pretty good. This lap car will get out of the way for us and hopefully be in the way for Vettel coming down through the hairpin here. If we can gain on him from that, then we should be fine. We'll see. No, he's just faster than us in the middle sector, and I went deep there trying to gain a little time back. Oh my god, the car is all over the place. Uh-oh. Here he comes. We're still gaining on Ricardo. Good battle to finish this race out here. Here's his arrow. Almost go deep, but just hold on to it. He's going to be all over us going down the front straight. Come on, come on. 2 more laps to go after this one. We just got to hold on for 2 laps. He's going to make that move up the inside again down into turn 1. There he goes. We'll squeeze him a little bit. Oh, what an apex that was. He's still all over us, though. Tires starting to even out. His aren't wearing as fast as mine are. And he's better than me in the second sector. So this is where I really need to find some time. That's not going to be how you do it. Turn, car, turn. Still in DRS. Car's just not turning anymore. Starting to lose the car a bit. See if I can get a little slipstream off this car ahead. Well, he at least doesn't get to me on that straight this time. Went a little too cautious into the hairpin, though. I think that's going to keep him in touch for the next straightaway. Coming on to the final lap, we just got to hold on for one more. Just destroy that bollard. Don't need it.
The gap to the car behind is less than a second. Be aware he may use DRS in an attempt to pass.
8/10 onto the final lap. He's going to push hard to try and get back by us and get this win. We're going to be right up behind Maldonado here. Let's see if he gets out of the way in a nice spot or not. Nope, he's going to hold us up big time. But he gets Rosberg worse, I think. That might have been it. Gap goes to 8/10. I think we might be okay, but we'll see. He's still going to have DRS down that straightaway, I think, and he's going to throw everything he's got at us. Going to get around this corner best I can. Ricardo, a non-factor at this point, way back there, almost 10 seconds. We flip it up into Rich. We're leaving it there for the rest of the race. Are we going to hang on? I don't think he's closing. Go right at the 100 brake marker. Come on! And just like that, Winslow out of the final corner, spins up the tires. That's 3 in a row. Let's go. Big challenge there from our closest title contender. Rosberg ended up 1.4 behind us. Button came back to 7th. That's not bad. He got 6 points for the team there. Hamilton being out will help us gain in the constructors. We'll get 31 while they only get 18. Ricardo and Vettel 3rd and 4th. Alonso gets 5th to round out the top 5. Hulkenberg, Button, Bottas, Perez, and Massa all collect points in this race. We take a look over at the championship standings now.
Still the man to beat.
With our win, we go up to 12 points ahead of Rosberg. Hamilton now 37 back. Ricardo 38 and Vettel 42. Our teammates still sitting in 10th at the moment with 9 points. In the constructors, Mercedes stays on top, but we close in only 27 points back. Not far behind us is Red Bull. And then a little ways back, Ferrari. Not too bad. I said I don't think we're winning all the rest of them, and I don't think we are. I don't think we're going to get 4 in a row. Spain's going to be a tough one for us to get. And then Monaco's going to be even harder. If we get both of those, though, we are in position to make a good run here. Flip through the emails real quick. If we can get up to them. Teammate challenge, we are just absolutely mopping the floor with Button. Good run. 3rd win of the season. Thank you, Mr. Knight. And looks like it's going to be dry for both qualifying and the race next time out at Spain. That's it for this episode of F1 2014 Throwback Career Mode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's 3 wins in a row. You have to like and subscribe now on 3 videos. Subscribe to me 3 times. Do it. You have to do it. But that's it. We're in the lead of the championship still. I think we got some tough races coming up, but Canada should be a nice breath of fresh air, and we should stomp the field, I would guess, because I think we've had pole, maybe both seasons we've gone to Canada, we've had pole. That did result in a 15th place finish for us last time out. I think we got a penalty or something. I don't remember fully. But that'll be it. Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time. Goodbye.